Hi, Kathy here from Kathy's Cute Creations. Today I'm going to show you where I've come with that baby bird blanket, and I'm going to go ahead and do the quilting on it. I am going to show you how to make a really easy binding. Okay, let's get started. Here is what I used for the batting. And here is the blanket. And I will show you that I put some eyes on the birds. You can see the little eyes. Blue on this pink bird and brown on the blue bird. And then I put little beaks on these two little guys. The one on the right is actually chit-chatting. That's why his mouth is open. I gave the bunny rabbits, I gave them eyes. And then I did French knots on the flower. So come on over here to the sewing room and over here to the sewing table and we'll get started on it. I just put a dark fabric on top of my machine so you could see what I'm going to show you. These are the hearts templates that I purchased. It came in a set of 6. My machine takes a low shank, and it's when you get done quilting, what you do is you take it and you flip it over and then you quilt the other side, because that's the heart right there. All right. I'm going to look on my fabric here and see which one fits best. The largest heart, I'm going to put the smallest one up here and the largest so that you have an idea from what side to the other that you can go. That's the difference between the two. Here's the smallest one. And there's the largest one. Let me back up a little bit so you can see it. So it does make a pretty good size heart. That's a 6-inch. Down here at the bottom, it makes a 6-inch heart. This is a 1-inch. Here's the sheet that I got with some of the other rulers. Now, this set of rulers is called Westerly. Let's get the glare off right here. Piece of paper here shows you how to put your foot on your machine. Machine setup, I wanted to show you this film here. This is what it is. This sheet right here doesn't move, but it's really slick so that your fabric can move on it. Even though you might think that the bed is slick to your hands, when it comes to different fabrics, it really isn't that slick. This is very slick. Heads up about what I used there, in case you were wondering, because I was having difficulty. When I started out, I didn't use it, but I could not get my fabric, the flannel, to move along underneath the bed. That's why I switched it to that. Since I am using white thread at the moment, I don't know how much you're going to be able to see. Now, I had to lift this foot higher because it is harder when you have flannel material than when you have cotton, because flannel does not give as well. I put a 4-inch heart over here, and I believe I'm going to put a 6-inch, or let's see, should I put a 5-inch? I'm just trying to go with my space, so I'm going to use a 6-inch this time. And there is a reason that I am using this white thread. And should be able just to flip that over and come on down with it. I say I should be able to. So let's try it. back up that side right there, so to meet that edge. Alright. This is the hearts. I've just put them randomly on here. I'm going to be doing the border here with some small little hearts, but I wanted you to see them. I stuck with that white on white, and so of course last night I tried to show in a video the reason I had all this white on white, and actually, which I'm going to have to insert a picture here, but this, believe it or not, they glow in the dark. I mean, it is such a sight to see all these hearts lit up on this blanket. But there is no way that I could get a picture. If I did not use my flash, then it came out black. And then you couldn't see it. Otherwise, the flash went off and just showed you the blanket itself. So that's what I've done. I have put them all over, as you can see. And now I'm going to do the border with little ones probably about that size, those two little sizes right there, because my border is small between the hearts. So I'll insert a picture here so that you can see the thread itself, how it glows in the dark, because the thread did show up. Now it's time for the binding. What I've done is I have pinned, as you can see, the front fabric away, and I'm going to cut all of this off, and it's going to be up to this top fabric, and then it's going to be like that. And I'm going to show you the rest. Let me do that first. Now when the one side is finished, this is what it looks like. So here's my fabric right here. So I didn't cut any of it. Alright, I did want to show that I was actually cutting up this side. I put it on my right side because I didn't want to cut it in front of me. And then I can go ahead and, if you can, I don't know if you can tell or not, this is just a little bit of wave in here because of the quilting, which distorts it a little bit. So I've got it squared up on this edge here at the bottom on the right, and then I'm just going to slowly go up here, and if it gets a little bit, then I don't have a problem with it because it's just going to straighten it all out. And then I'll pull this down to keep it right here on the table, and here's where a lot of the waviness comes in right here. See. And then here at the end, it's way down there, which I'm squaring up at the top up here on this white piece. There you go. And now I'm going to do this side here. Okay, at this point I'm trimming around it, and what I did was I found that the shortest piece of fabric, and I'm talking about from the blanket itself, this back fabric, from the edge of the blanket to the end of the fabric is approximately 1 inch. Now I would have liked to have had 1.5 inches, but I don't have it. So now what I need to do is I need to go around to all of the 3 sides and probably this 4th one and make sure that all of this fabric is 1 inch. First, I'm going to go ahead and iron it just in case I can get more than 1 inch. And then I will measure it and then I will cut it all off. Alright, I just got it done ironing it, and now it is 1/4 inch more. So it's 1 1/4 inches, which I'm going to make sure that all my other sides are the same thing. And then I'm going to show you the next process, and you can use Elmer's glue stick, which I'm not too much of a fan of because I feel like that gunks up my needle. So I'm going to use I'll have to get it out of the drawer and I'll show you what I'm going to use. This is what I'm going to use instead of the glue. I like this better, this Wonder Tape. Alright, so we're here at the sewing machine, and this is what you do. You're going to take, this is the right side of the blanket here, and this is the wrong side that's right here. You're going to fold it in half. If you want to put your glue, now's the time to put your glue. This is where I'm going to be using these little double-sided, the Wonder Tape that I told you about. Let me get my scissors over here. Cut that off. And first I'm going to use a little piece and see if I can get away with it without having to have the whole thing. And I'm going to put it on the edge, keeping in mind that this does go away once you've washed it. And that's the piece that comes off. And then I would fold this in half. Now the advantage of this flannel is it's very giving. And I might get away without having to use any glue or anything. I think it may even stay if I iron it. Because all you're doing is putting a crease in it. Get that out of the way. That's all you're doing is folding it in half and ironing it. And yes, mine is actually staying, so I won't be needing any of the fusible. Maybe on the corner. Let's go down here and get this corner here. Now I've put it right up to the fold. And then what you want to do, I'm going to go ahead and pull this down so you can see it, is you're going to take this end and you're going to fold it in. You can see that? All I did was took it and fold it over, just like you were wrapping a gift. You would fold it over like that. Iron it. Oops. Down. You're going to do the same thing. You're going to fold it in half. And then you're going to iron it again. It's okay if you iron your quilt top. That's alright. It's not going to hurt anything. And see, mine's actually staying because it's flannel. Where if you were using cotton, you would probably have to use the glue stick or the fusible that I had. Then what you're going to do, and let's see if I have this right, you're going to fold it over on itself. And then right there, if you look, there's a mitered corner. Let me iron it down here for you so you can see it. And then I'm going to put a clip on it. But there you can see the mitered corner. See it? And then I'll put a clip on that, and you're going to do every side like that. Let's put a clip here. And like I said, you don't need to be using clips. You can actually use Elmer's glue if you want. I'm just going to go ahead and use clips. I'm not going to worry about it. And then you're going to go around your entire blanket like that. Okay, so I'll show it to you again. Let me get to another corner. Hold on, let me flip my blanket. Alright, we're going to try it again. You're folding it, ironing it, folding it again, ironing it. I iron it again to give it its fold. Open it up, make your triangle. I don't put it right up against the fabric, I back it off a little bit. Iron it really, really good. This is where you'd be putting your super glue. I mean your super glue. This is where you put your Elmer's glue. You'd put it on there. Then you're going to fold it once, where you folded it already and ironed it, and then fold it over again. And then what I do is I meet it right on this fabric, right there, which automatically gives it that really nice. There you go. And then I put a clip on it to hold it into place. And then I just go down the other side, fold it over, iron it, and put clips just like I did on that side. And that's a mitered corner. I forgot to say it while I was talking. I'm set up over here at the sewing machine. I have chosen an applique stitch, and it's actually a quilting applique stitch. And let's see, I'm going to put my width on 4 and my length is on 2.5. And I need to lock it in place. And somebody thinks it's time to have dinner, and it's not. And then you just come along, excuse me, as you come along, you just remove your clips. I'm going slow so I can try to keep it exactly on the edge. I'm keeping the line on the edge and the other part off to the left. Let's see. You can see that. Let me move it over a little bit more. There you go. That's all there is to it. So when I get finished, I'll take it over the table and I'll show you. I'll need to clip all the back off, but I'll show you. Say the blanket is finished. Here's what it looks like on the border. And already the back fabric, which I just think is adorable. And I also have a Facebook account that my finished products go on, Kathy's Cute Creations. I gave these little bunny rabbits a heart. I hope you've enjoyed this tutorial and learned something from it, and I'll see you next time.